Hi, Amanda Young here with Urban Goddess. Today I'm coming to you from my living room and I want to talk to you about something that's been really rocking my world. So, we all have these times where we just kind of get in a slump. I went through that recently. I don't know, I came home after the Thanksgiving holidays and I was just feeling a little bit emotional and I just, yeah, felt like I was in a little bit of a funk. And when that happens, it's okay to kind of stay there for a few days and let those emotions pour over you and kind of learn what you need to learn from that. And then it can be time to move on. And when it's time to shift that vibration and get you out of your funk, I have a practice that I do. And it's a journaling practice. It's really simple. And if you do this practice for consistently for a week, you will feel yourself in a completely different vibration at a much higher place. And this is a practice that I share with women in my course. And it's a way to journal and connect to all three aspects of the goddess every day, to connect to the divine feminine in her three forms in your own psyche, in your own consciousness every day by doing this journaling practice. And the three goddesses that I teach in my course are the sensual goddess, the warrior goddess, and the compassionate goddess. And when, as a woman, we're embodying all three of these, that's what it means to be an embodiment of the goddess. And that's when we're actually just living at our highest potential as a woman, living that epic life that we came here to live. And so the fierce, the feminine, and the free. So the number one journaling exercise that I do in the morning, and it's 5 to 10 things I'm grateful for. I think we've all heard of that, right? Your gratitude list. And it's one of those things like, wah, wah, I know that, it's nothing new, this isn't like mind-blowing stuff here, but are you doing it? Now, I've found that when I actually do this, my life starts to really shift because I'm going into my day with this filled cup. And this is a sensual goddess because her energy is all about receiving, feeling ourselves as abundant, allowing ourselves to take in the goodness that's in our life. You have a good life. I have a good life. But we all get in a funk. We forget that. We feel like we look around and we're seeing that the glass is half empty. We're seeing the things that we haven't done or where we want to be. And this practice lets you open up your eyes, look around, take in a deep breath, and see how good your life is. And when you're coming from that place, we all know this, but we need to be reminded sometimes, that's when your life really takes off. So number one, 5 to 10 things you're grateful for. Sensual goddess. Number 2, this is a good one to do in the morning as well. Right after you've done that, move into I am committed to. 5 to 10 things you're committed to that day. This is the warrior goddess. This is the fierce energy. The warrior goddess tells us that she wants us to be accountable. She wants us to actually have some direction. It's good, the sensual energy is the go with the flow part. And the warrior goddess is the part that says, okay, eyes on the prize, like see where you're going and commit to it. Hold yourself accountable. And so what are you committed to? And within that, you can be hitting actually on all the different aspects of yourself. It doesn't all have to be something that feels super serious, but it can be things like, I am committed to being authentic today. I am committed to speaking my truth. I'm committed to honoring my word. I'm committed to being financially responsible and paying off debts. It can also be, I am committed to taking time for pleasure for myself today. I am committed to honoring my needs moment by moment. I'm committed to eating foods that my body's really calling for. So what are you committed to? Just get present to that. It's too easy to just flow through the day without that level of commitment. But if you start your day with your gratitudes filling your cup and then saying what you're committed to and really including all these different aspects of yourself, it is not all just like, whipping yourself with what you're committed to. You move into the day with a sense of abundance, a high vibration, and direction. Now, at the end of the day, this is where you do the journaling practice number 3. And that is, I am proud of myself for. 5 to 10 things you are proud of yourself for from that day. This is the number one everyone forgets. I was on the phone with a client of mine just yesterday, and I was sharing with her that I felt like this would really help her. And at the end of our session, I said, okay, do you need me to follow up and send you what these journaling things are, or do you have them? She's like, oh, no, I have them. Gratitude and what I'm committed to. And I was like, and number 3? And she's like, there's no number 3. And that was really like a signal, okay, this is the one you need to work on, which is patting yourself on the back, really acknowledging where you're doing a good job. Again, this is filling yourself up, celebrating yourself, and it makes it that much easier to keep building on what you're doing well. So let's put emphasis on what's going well, what you did do, not on what you didn't do, not on that glass is half empty. So some days it might be, I am proud of myself for cooking myself dinner. I am proud of myself for getting out of bed. I am proud of myself for showing up at work. And then other days it may be more, sort of bigger, more obvious things, like maybe you really said something that you needed to say to someone and you're proud of yourself for showing up in that way. Or maybe you hit a big goal at work, or maybe a little goal, but you want to celebrate that and acknowledge that. It's not a bad thing to add on a few more gratitudes at the end of the day if you want to, but the 3 main things that you want to hit is the gratitude and the commitments in the morning, and then the celebration that I'm proud of myself for at night. I guarantee if you do this every day for 7 days, you will find yourself operating in a whole other level, a whole other vibration. So go ahead and do this for 7 days and share in the comments what you experience. I would love to hear back from you about how this has shifted something for you, because I guarantee it will. Something will begin to move and shift. And if you enjoyed this and found it helpful, I encourage you to go ahead and visit my website, and you can sign up for my newsletter, and you can receive regular vlogs and newsletters from me that have more tips like this. And I encourage you to share it. If there's someone in your life you think could benefit from it as well, go ahead and share the wealth. All right, enjoy, and don't forget number 3.